What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode 13 of our Liverpool FC playthrough here in Football Manager 2018, and today we're going to Wembley. It's the first game that we've ever had at Wembley in this year's Football Manager, hopefully the first of many. And we're going to be taking on Sunderland in the FA Cup semi-final. Since the last episode, 2 games to go through just real quick. The first one was this 3-1 win against Tottenham. A good little result in the end. Firmino, Mane and Salah getting the goals for us. And a good home win against a Spurs side who have largely struggled this year. You can see Firmino got man of the match. He also got a goal to his name, as I already mentioned. And well, it was just a good attacking display, really. Anyway, following on from that, we took on Watford, as you can see here. This one finished 1-1. A Danny Sturridge 86th minute equaliser salvaged us some points. But this draw was 2 points dropped, and it was a crucial 2 points dropped. And, well, the reason it was so crucial, let me show you. If we look at the league table here, you can see that we find ourselves 3 points behind Manchester United with 3 games remaining. And, well, if we just look here, you can see they lost to Chelsea following on from our draw against Watford. That was a massive result. Obviously, it's only the 3rd time United have lost all season, and we weren't able to capitalise on it to close the gap. Of course, we still do play them on the last day of the season, but if we just look at the rules here and team sorting, I'm hoping it's going to be here somewhere, the team sorting rules. It's enough goal difference. So, unfortunately, United's goal difference is superior to ours. And that is, well, a little bit of a problem because we are going to need them to slip up. If we look here, you can see their remaining games. They've got to take on Tottenham. They then play Burnley, and then, of course, they play ourselves. If we look at our remaining games, we have Everton, Burnley, and then, of course, United. But, and it's a big but, we, of course, have the Champions League to think about because that is going to be coming your way next time. Anyway, we've got to focus on the here and now. Today we're going to be taking on Sunderland, who are in the Championship. They are struggling a fair bit in terms of they've not bounced back immediately. They're in 4th, which, to be fair, for Sunderland really isn't that bad. You can see here, looking at the Championship table, there are 5 teams on 71 points with 3 games remaining. Absolutely mental. I mean, and there's 3 teams on 67 points. There's a big scrap going on for the playoffs. It's such a competitive league. Looks like Wolves are going to run out quite clear leaders at the top. But yeah, Sunderland, they're doing okay, but yeah, they lost their game in hand that they just played against Burton midweek. And, well, hopefully off the back of that game against Burton, they're going to be a bit tired. They're going to be a bit demoralised, and we can make the most of it. You can see here, looking at their form, it's not so great. In terms of our team news, Coutinho is unfortunately out injured. You can see he pulled his hamstring. As a result of that injury, he is actually going to be missing the game, certainly the first leg in the Champions League. So that's a little bit of a concern for us because he is definitely one of our important players there. But of course, we have got Wijnaldum, who I'm going to bring into the team today, a player who, to be honest, has been very underrated. As you can see here, he's played 3 games in the FA Cup for us. Averaged an 8.33 average rating. Today is his chance to prove his worth once more. But yeah, generally speaking, I'm taking this seriously. Looking at it, I should probably just give Arthur a bit of a rest, so I'll bring in Seri for him. I think we'll also give Danny Sturridge the nod ahead of Firmino to start the game. Obviously, Sunderland are a Championship team. I don't want to underestimate them, but at the same time, I want to win this game, and we do need to avoid injuries. So it's a bit about kind of, I guess, finding a middle ground. You know, we need to rotate the team here a little bit to avoid injuries, but at the same time, I'm not going in with any mercy here. I want us to win this game if we can. And, well, hopefully we can get the result that we need. I'm just going to quickly give a team talk to the midfielders. I'm going to tell them to go out there and make the difference. They're loving it. Danny Sturridge was already happy about the initial team talk. Let's get straight into this. Hopefully we can do well. Going to be taking, of course, Sunderland here at Wembley. And, well, FA Cup semi-final. It's good to be here. Playing against the Championship side is pretty kind to us. I expect us to win this game, but obviously off the back of that result against Watford, nothing's really a gimme. They are playing a 3 at the back system, which is it's been a problem for us, I'll be honest. It's been a bit of a problem child. It feels like the 3 at the back has become fashionable once again in real world football, and as a result, in Football Manager, there are a fair share of managers opting to use that kind of system. Anyway, let's see how we get on here. Jordan Henderson with the ball, knocking it around nicely. Obviously, you can see a few options on ahead of him. Goes to Wijnaldum. On the overlap is going to be Moreno. Options in the middle if he does want to cross from deep. Runs down the byline, whips it in back post. Salah's there on the volley. Lovely finish. 13 minutes gone. Perfect start for the game. Our first shot on the target finds the back of the net. And yeah, well, we couldn't ask for a better start really. A bit of patient play here. Moreno finds some space to run into. And, well, he puts it on a plate for Salah. Obviously not really a threat in the air, Salah, but on the volley there, able to tuck it away very nicely indeed. And, well, hopefully we're going to be returning to Wembley for the FA Cup final, where it's highly likely we will play Chelsea. They are actually playing Palace, I believe, in the other semi-final, which is yet to be played. If we have to play Chelsea, it's going to be tricky. Obviously, I'd much rather have Crystal Palace, assuming we get to the final, of course. But, yeah, generally speaking, the FA Cup this year has been fairly kind to us, and also a lot of the bigger teams have been kind of dropping out the competition. You know, a few shock results here and there really has opened up a pathway, I guess, where we should be expecting, as one of the big sides in England, to be winning this competition. And, well, off that goal that we scored fairly early on in the first half, not a whole lot happening here. Sunderland not creating anything really. We have had slightly more of the ball than them. They're yet to have, well, I was about to say they're yet to have a shot at all. They have just had one shot now, but they're still yet to find the target. An okay first half, not exactly a dominant display, but hopefully we can just maintain it going into the second half here. Obviously a big occasion for us. We are rotating the team a little. Players like Firmino, who of course is the top goal scorer in the league, and I think he is across the club actually. Going to be a bit of a miss not in the team today, at least the starting 11. But, I mean, you look at a player like Danny Sturridge, he should be scoring for fun against this kind of Sunderland side. And actually, you can see here, looking at the ratings, both him, and I was going to call out Wijnaldum, who has just had his rating jump up a little bit, but certainly Sturridge needs to up his game if he can in the remainder of this game to show us what he's all about. I mean, part of me, I'll be honest, is tempted just to take him off because, well, it's only one goal to the good here for Sunderland, and that leaves me a little worried. Oviedo with the ball here. Can we get the ball off him perhaps? Goes inside to Jones. And well, we're a little bit light on men in the back at the back here as the ball is spread wide to Oviedo. Don't let him get the ball in. To Lewis, grab him at the edge of area, hits the woodwork. That is a warning. That has warned me, and it scared me. We're going to make the double change. We're going to bring off Seri, bring in Arthur, and we're also going to bring in Firmino up top. So, two first-team players coming in. Lee Catamol has just been subbed on for Sunderland, so there is going to be a battle going on in the midfield. You can see, looking at the condition, our players aren't too bad. Sunderland players are starting to struggle a little bit. You can see Grabham's carrying an injury, Catamol's carrying an injury. I think they have now made all their subs as well with 20 minutes left. But anyway, they're on the attack here. Grabham's there. And, well, he had a chance a second ago where he hit the woodwork. This one was substantially easier. But he's nodded it wide of the post, unfortunately, for Sunderland. And we maintain our one-goal lead. It is not convincing. I mean, statistically, we've been the better side. There's not been a whole host of chances in this game. It's not exactly been a classic. But with 10 minutes left, we're still doing okay. I'm going to bring in Oxlade-Chamberlain just for the last 10 minutes. Bit of pace out wide on the left-hand side. Maybe can cause a few problems. Both the wing-backs, in fact, the whole team, really, for Sunderland, is struggling now just to keep up with the speed of the game. But with 5 minutes left, there is still a highlight. I mean, as far as we're concerned, we're hoping that this is going to be the second goal, the final nail in the coffin. Sunderland will, of course, be hoping for that late equaliser. Firmino threaded through, should bury that, does bury that. That is why he's top goal scorer. That is why I brought him on off the bench. Gets the goal. And, well, it's taken a long time to get the second goal in this game. It has been coming. And, well, a nice little bit of interplay between Firmino and Henderson. A little give and go. The ball hit by Henderson, superb. Picks a gap between the two centre-backs. The finish as well is really nice. Slots it away into the bottom corner. And, yeah, with that, that should be GG, really. Can't see Sunderland scoring 2 to take it to extra time. They're not going to score 2 to take it to extra time. Joe Gomez does pick up an injury, which is a little bit of a concern. Hopefully that's nothing serious with, of course, the Champions League ties on the horizon. But there you go, 2-0. We will be back for the FA Cup final. I am a very happy bunny. A very kind of comfortable win in the end. Quite a routine, I guess. But it's a result that we still had to get nevertheless. And while Sunderland, they are now going to be focusing, I guess, on the league and trying to get promoted back into this league. For us, we are still trying to do the treble, if we can. The FA Cup, the Champions League, and then maybe the league as well, although we need a miracle, really, for that to be the case. Got to tell the players I'm very happy with how they performed there. Moreno put in a really good performance out at left back, to be fair to him. But the whole team was pretty impressive. We'll go forward through to Sunday to see who we're going to meet in the final. I assume the other semi-final is going to be played the next day in this weekend, as I mentioned before. If I'm not mistaken, it's Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. In the league here, you can see City have just drawn with Stoke. I didn't mention it before, but we have secured a top 4 finish for the season already, which is absolutely fantastic. With that, the budgets have been set. We've got £105 million to spend and £162,000 on the wage budget. So yeah, certainly different areas we can look to improve the squad right there. Anyway, Arthur's progress has been good. He really has impressed me since he's joined the club. He's looking like a fine bit of business. Joe Gomez also showing good signs of improvement. Doesn't look like he's picked up too much of an injury. You can see here our Champions League first leg is not that far away. So as a result, I'm going to make sure that we rest all the players who played regular football. This is something that, of course, I've been doing throughout FM18 so far. I strongly recommend you do it. I've seen lots of people complaining about injuries, and it's something that's definitely helped nullify the amount of injuries we get. Kind of constantly rotating the team to make sure everyone's match fit, but also just resting players between games where possible, just to let them fully recover. Reduces, obviously, the chance of them getting injuries in training, but on top of that, it just means that they're going to have better condition going into the game, meaning less injuries in the actual match itself. Anyway, Chelsea v Crystal Palace here. Let's see who we're going to be playing in the final. I hope it's Palace. It'll probably be Chelsea. Yeah, let's see who the FM gods want us to take on. I mean, if we have to play Chelsea, I feel okay about that. We beat them previously, of course, in the league. So we have already got 1 over on them. But at the same time, I'd much rather take on Roy Hodgson's side. Anyway, Sunday roundup here of the Premier League. Not a whole lot happening that impacts us. Chelsea did win 2-0, unfortunately. So we will be meeting them in the final. That's going to be a real kind of interesting tie. And of course, with the Champions League kind of semi-final coming up, there is a real chance that this end of season could be full of finals and certainly massive games to be played. But anyway, that's going to wrap up everything from me today, guys. Next time, it will be the double header against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League semi-final. Really exciting fixtures to kind of come back to those ones. Hopefully, I see you guys for that. If you have enjoyed today's video, leave a like on the video. And yeah, other than that, I will talk to you guys in a bit. It is me, Jack, and I'm out.